What's going on, guys? This is Cinema Corner and I'm your host, Morgan G. Today I'm going to be reviewing the film Logan. I just got this a couple days ago. I was very excited because I hadn't seen it in theaters. I had a bunch of opportunities to check it out, but it just never happened. So I was very interested to see where this went because I saw the trailers and I was really just dying to check it out. Yeah, so it just came out this year. And it's not your classic X-Men, Wolverine tale. It stars Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, and Dafne Keen. And, yeah, it's a kind of a coming to a close story. Alright, we find Logan at an older age. This is an older Logan. This is not the young berserker, angry rage Logan that we've all seen throughout the X-Men franchise. Time has finally caught up to him. He's just gotten older. He's been through a lot. He's mentally a bit broken. The blades in his hands are just getting rusted. They're fully rusted. So yeah, it is a man at the end of his life going for one last ride, one last fight. Basically, it's him down on the Mexican border, and he's taking care of the very aged, older Charles Xavier. Now, Charles Xavier is a bit filled with going on with Alzheimer's, and it's for a telepath to have Alzheimer's, it seems to be very crazy because when he has seizures, literally other people get paralyzed. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty drama, emotional filled film. You felt bad for Charles. You felt bad for just everyone because it seemed like everybody just ended up just getting messed up some way. So yeah. Hugh Jackman reprising the role as Logan, James Howlett, Wolverine, and he's just doing it. He just gray-haired, like Johnny Walker, wearing a rugged, broken-down suit, driving in a limo. So yeah, it was pretty filled. It was pretty intense. He's just trying to do what he can to help the old Charles Xavier get through this last bit before it's over. And then comes all this hell. Basically, he finds out that this old school group that experimented on him years ago basically helped white out the genetic code of mutants and wiped out all of them and decided to try and create their own version of mutants and make them into weapons. So they basically took the DNA of all these different male mutants, implanted them, however you want to do it, however you want to spin it, onto these different women, and they all gave birth to all these little kids that each had different powers. One of who had Wolverine's DNA. So basically, Wolverine finds out that he has a daughter with powers like his. She ends up having the metal claws and the healing factor. She's very badass for a little kid. She's just flipping around, kicking ass. I would love to see her do more. But yeah, basically the film is kind of him taking on the father figure role, even though he's at the end of his life. Basically, he gets thrown into this fatherly position. Like I said, he's a bit older. His healing factor has almost completely stopped. The metal in his bones is basically poisoning him, making him sick and just ruined, and it's kind of a sad end to Wolverine, but you know, it's coming to the final chapter of your life. And basically, yeah, he has to pack Charles Xavier and the girl into a car, into his limo, and drive off to try and escape these guys that are hunting him. There's a dude with one robotic arm chasing after them with a gold tooth and glasses. It's crazy. It's pretty brutal fight scenes. Not so much that we haven't seen many berserker, angry, like cut up fights. We haven't really seen a lot of it. Like, we've seen him throw guys around and take out people, but we've never seen this kind of a Logan. But yeah, it was a really good in-depth movie. I knew from the beginning that it wasn't going to be him at this old age, I don't know, facing off against a Magneto, Apocalypse-like character. It wasn't going to be end of the world crush. It was just guy who's been through so much, taking on one last ride, one last fight. And yeah, it comes to a very, like, kind of just heartbreaking, tear-jerking ending. And I was, yeah, I was just, ugh. He kicked ass, though. Oh my God. Him, the little girl, everyone, they just kicked ass. But yeah, I was very impressed by the film. It was a good end to it. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen down the line, because I know there's talk of casting a new Wolverine with a new storyline. Maybe they might do it for the next X-Men movie, but this was Hugh Jackman's final time doing it. And I think, you know, it seemed like he had a lot of fun doing this character. It was a different kind of character. Things that I noticed. I did not realize Caliban gets burned if you put him in the sunlight. I always, like, I just thought because, like, he's, you know, his pigment's all white and just, maybe he doesn't like the light, you know, something like that. I didn't realize that he just completely, like a vampire, basically. A weird, different kind of vampire. It was interesting. Yeah. What else did I notice? Let's see. I kind of wanted to know more about the different kids, like whose mutant genetic code did each kid belong to? Because, you know, the girl got Wolverine's genetic code, but who are those other mutants that passed on their genetic code? You know? Yeah. Xavier's ending was just, heartbreaking. Man, I can't believe it. He just, you know, tries to do so good, and then in the end, as he gets older, he does there's that whole Westchester incident. If you've seen this, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about, because you might have gone in depth about what happened to him and what's happened to him. If you haven't, just watch the movie first, I would recommend. But overall, it was a good movie. It was a long, drawn out, just, it had everything. I feel like it had everything. It had family values, but it also had badass berserker cut up moments, and it was awesome. So yeah, I gave it a 10 out of 10 because it had a great story, feels, kick-ass movements. The girl was badass. I'm like, the little girl, dude, she kicks the crap out of people. That was awesome. But yeah, that's my take on Logan. I say go out and get it. Go check it out. It's worth it. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I hope you liked what you heard, like what you saw. If you have any other points to make, any other comments you want to leave a comment at the bottom. Again, this is Cinema Corner. Please subscribe. Leave your comments. Leave what you thought. And I will try and promote more of these. I'm Morgan G. Have a good day.